Insane markets, wild swings, and huge opportunities. Are you ready to trade smarter today? Stick around for my breakdown of US dollar yen, sterling dollar, sterling yen, and euro yen to keep your trades on point. Welcome back, everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these absolutely insane markets. Not insane if you've been following me, though. Been nailing it. So if you like what you see, please smash the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, share my videos far and wide. I want to build a huge trading community. Let's dive into it. Dollar yen, we've been talking about this pair. It has taken a hit. We said that dollar yen was actually headed towards the 130. Actually, let me go to the daily chart right here. We actually said we were going to flow down to the 139, say 45.50 level. Almost made it, not quite, but damn good call from the 144. We said we were heading down on the breakout. So if you've been following along, you know I'm not talking BS. I actually been saying it. So right now, as we stand, dollar yen really is showing some significant weakness. If it breaks this 139.45, we are traveling down to the all-important short-term, I mean by short-term, daily support at 138.40. Okay, so right now, the only way that this thing shows any type of strength on the day, and it's not really crawling that much higher. Okay, it's not jumping that much higher. I don't see us jumping to 142 really today at all. But if we can get above, let's see, 140, 140.80, which you're kind of close to right now. Let's see something here. Okay, wait. Let me reverse the idea. The support right now, considering that we've been going down, the support right now is 140.30. 140.30 right now. Right there is the support. Got to hold that level in order to try to climb up a little bit higher. And where we going if we can hold above this? Well, maximum, I would think like 141, say 40. Short term, 141.40. I'll say that right there, 141.40. So right now, dollar yen is tracking in between these 2 points. Okay, I don't really see it getting much above that, especially today. But a break of this 30 sending us back down towards that target, that big daily target, 138.42.5. All right, so what's going on with it? Well, President Trump's push to oust Fed Chairman Jerome Powell over delayed rate cuts is driving uncertainty in the marketplace. If you come on over and you look at the dollar index, I mean, on the weekly, we've just taken a pounding, the dollar itself. It's really, it's broken this support level right here. It's actually, right now heading down to this main support point on the weekly right there. Now, when was that? If we go back over here, that was 2022. So, in reality, if we really look at this, Trump does want a weak dollar because he wants to increase exports. For what we have, he wants to make those goods cheaper so that with the tariff war that's going on, he can get this economy really, pumping on all cylinders, really pushing forward. So we got that, we got the global trade tensions. Investors are flocking to safe haven assets like the Japanese yen, pushing the dollar lower against the yen. We got to keep an eye on that 139.50 level. That's a really all important level right now. So the dollar index is actually showing us that we could trade down to 0.90 to 94, and possibly even get to the low of 89.90. And I'll go back in time. Let's go back in time, see when that occurred. That occurred back in 2021. All right, so that's the low that I'm looking at right now if all things stay the same. Now, if all of a sudden there's all of a sudden trade deals happening all over the place and, the dollar gets in a stronger position, then this could reverse upward. But right now, as it stands, it's because of what's happening, got to trade what we see and what we know. It's actually hanging, going a little bit lower. We need to get above 100.5 in order to show any type of strength. But then we got master, we got resistance right here. 104. So that's what's going on there. Let's go over to good old sterling dollar. Okay, we've been talking about this point. It's showing some bullish momentum. It's climbing, it climbed up to 134.30 where I had that point where I said, I'm going to sell that shit up there, which I did. And I bought it back at like 133, like 85, big, stupid. I really, right now, the way it looks for me, cable itself has to hold above, like I said yesterday, and it's been holding pretty tight. I'll go 133.40. It has to hold that level on the day. It's kind of threatening it. If it breaks this, I think that we could see a move back down overall to probably this low bar's close right there, which would be about 132.5 or so, like that. I was expecting a 400-point drop immediately from it. That's kind of irrational exuberance, right, on my part. But anyway, that's what's going on in sterling. There's resistance at 134.30, which I called way before it actually happened. I said actually sterling could travel up to that point, hit that point. I'm selling it. I think it's going back down to 130. I may be right in the long run, but since I'm a short-term trader, I took my 50 pips and put them in my pocket, and I'm watching that 133.40 level. Perhaps I'll sell on a break of that and roll my profits into it from my last trade. And hey, it's for free, right? It's a free trade. All right, so we got some bullish momentum. Positive investor sentiment and growth expectations are fueling the uptrend. I don't see it. I read this in the Investors Business Daily, and I don't really see it. I don't see where. I don't know where they're coming up with these green shoots from in the UK. I mean, they don't produce anything. They're kind of, they really just don't. And they're in a quagmire, worse quagmire than the United States, that's for sure. But that's just my, just my opinion. I do see a potential bearish pullback to test support at that 132 right here, right this level right here, 132, say 20. That's where I think that we're kind of going to come down and test. All right, so let's go over to good old sterling yen. Sterling yen. Been talking about this when we said we had a monster resistance at that 190.25 level right up in here. It was my little brush right up here. Has been holding, okay. We said pay attention to these levels down here. I was actually saying we're going to, if it broke a certain price, I don't remember the exact price because it was yesterday. You can look at yesterday's video. I said we're going to attack, this low. Now this low, this area right here is an important support point. If this level breaks, we're going back down towards short term this area right here, which happens to be right around 186.5, 186.70, and if that goes, then it's back to that 184.69. I do believe that cable sterling yen is weak. I do believe that the yen, no matter what happens, the yen is going to be stronger than sterling because they are a manufacturing superhouse. Now, of course, that's fundamental. It's got nothing to do with technicals. I'm a technical trader, but I can't be a fool and not pay attention to the fundamentals in the background. All right, let's go over to euro yen. This one, I had nailed this one yesterday. I'm going to, I could actually show you, like that's my Bitcoin ideas. Anyway, I had basically a sale on this thing, and I put a stop at 162.90 originally. I sold it at 162.17. Okay, 162.17. I said, you know what? I got to give it room. I don't think it's going to break 162 like 55, but I got to give it room to around 90 level. And I took profits around 161.80, 161.90. and I put my stop and my entry, which it got clipped, and now look at where we are right now. What are you going to do, right? I mean, I thought yesterday, since that the marketplace was kind of closed in England, it wasn't really going to do much because of Easter Monday, but it did, and we broke through this. What I said yesterday was a rectangle that we were in. We were actually in the beginning of a bullish forming rectangle. We needed to break out of it and get above these highs in order to show any strength. But since we're breaking down below it, we're probably heading down towards this right there, which happens to be around 160, say 160 the figure, or something like that. Okay, so we got some room for downward movement in euro yen. The only way it shows any potential strength short term is if it gets above, let's say, 160, 180. 160, 180, we got a chance to get back up to that 162, like 35, 40 level. Potentially 162, 68. I really don't see it really happening. All right, there you have it, traders. Forex markets buzzing with action, driven by politics, economics, global vibes. Stay informed, trade smart. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you follow me on X. This is Tom from Park Avenue Trading, about to sign out. Remember, always, always crew, always traders. Enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.